Hi, I'm Chaya Lester. I'm a Jerusalem therapist and spoken word artist. Right now in Israel, so many of us are just feeling so deeply broken and disturbed and powerless in the face of the violence that's happening all around us. Yesterday, Mayor of Jerusalem, Nir Barkat, issued a statement calling for anybody who had guns, her permitted guns, to go outside and wear their guns today, that everybody should be as if they're on reserve duty, not just for the people in uniforms or the professionals, with their guns, but everybody taking on this task of protecting as is so direly needed right now. And I was just thinking about it so deeply that we need a rallying call and an invitation for all of us to also take up our pens and also take up our expression, not just the journalists and the professional writers among us, but all of us who have this inkling, and pun intended with the ink, this inkling to give expression right now to what's going on in Israel, because what is going on is enormous and immense and intense. And so those of us who are called to talk about it, I want to really just encourage giving voice to what's going on out there and what's going on in here. It's one of the things that I think can be the most empowering for us in challenging times like this, is to feel like we do have a voice. And part of that voice means that we are giving over our story and giving over our vision of weaving meaning out of the chaos that's around us here in Israel right now. That we can and we need to work together and work on ourselves to be mining our own voice now, mining our deepest visions and messages of hope and truth and promise and goodness, and battling the darkness that is encroaching upon us. So I really want to invite everybody out there to take a minute, and if you have an inkling, then give it some ink. Like, sit down and write. Sit down and give expression. We all have these amazing cameras that we can just project our visions onto and share with others. I really please join me in, with chutzpah in giving voice to what you're experiencing right now, because the world needs to hear it. Because so often I'm looking at CNN and I'm not seeing anything about what's happening here, the really tragic things that are happening here. Or if I am seeing something, it's just about the other side, and it's heartbreaking. But we all have our newsrooms, on our computer screens and in our hands, on our phones. Give voice. These are the times to do that. So many of our prophecies. Listen, I'm a mystic. I'm gonna. This is my framing of what's going on right now. So many of the prophecies from thousands of years ago talk about how in the Messianic era, the world will in an instant know what is going on in Israel, know what's happening. And I can just imagine a couple of hundred years ago or thousands of years ago, hearing these prophecies and being like, yeah, how is the world going to know in one instant, the entire world going to know what's going on in one place? So, but now we have it. There's this amazing, miraculous reality of, immediate internet connection and omniscient awareness that we all have access to. So whatever happens in Israel never just stays in Israel. It is immediately broadcast to the whole world. So we all have the ability to be newscasters here, spiritual newscasters here, and I want to invite us all to do that. In that spirit, I'll say also that this Saturday night I'm going to be doing a performance of spoken word at the First Station in Jerusalem, 8:30, and afterwards we're going to be doing a workshop I really want to give over to others the tools that I've kind of gathered and learned, over the years about how to give voice, how to harness in our highest voices and our soul's mission, our soul's messages, and give that over in the world through writing, through speech. So we're going to be doing a workshop on how to do that, and we're going to be practicing it. And then I'll be continuing on next week with writing workshops again, and how to access our voice and giving voice to what's going on around us right now. Please God, it should be healing and it should be empowering. And I invite you to join me Saturday night or beyond, and just join yourself, join others in giving voice and reaching into your kishkes and reaching into your soul, into your neshama, and pulling out the crucial, nourishing and essential messages that need to come out into the world today. Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udvar Hashem meYerushalayim, because out of Zion will come Torah, and the word of God will pour forth from Jerusalem. May we be part of that pouring forth of godly word from Jerusalem. Thank you.